Hello everyone. Welcome to this presentation on some of the most powerful regression techniques and essential concepts in machine learning workflows. My name is Anupam Singh and today we are going to dive deep into topics like polynomial regression, ridge, lasso and elastic type regression, explore various cross-validation techniques and finally wrap up with machine learning project lifecycle. This presentation is ideal for anyone preparing for data science interviews or looking to understand how real-world ML projects are structured and executed. Let's get started. Polynomial regression. Let's begin with polynomial regression, a technique used when the relationship between features and the target variable is nonlinear. Unlike linear regression, which fits a straight line, polynomial regression fits a curve. The core idea is still the same: minimize the error between predicted and actual values, but with an equation that includes polynomial terms like x squared, x cubed, etc. Standard form of polynomial regression is y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1x plus beta 2x squared plus beta 3x cubed, and it extends to beta n xn plus epsilon, where x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable, betas are coefficients, and n is the degree of polynomial. A higher degree of polynomial can fit more complex curves, but it also increases the risk of overfitting. Polynomial with multiple features. Now, a key point: if you have two independent features, say x1 and x2, and you use a degree of 2, the model will learn terms like x1 square, x2 square, and also the interaction between x1 and x2. When you go beyond two features, the number of polynomial terms increases rapidly. This is a powerful, but it also makes the model more complex. So regularization becomes important, and that brings us to our next topic: regularizing techniques. First, let us understand ridge regression. It is a regularization technique that adds a penalty for large coefficients in the cost function. This helps to reduce overfitting, especially in high-dimensional datasets. The ridge cost function looks like this. Cost is equal to mean squared error plus lambda star summation of beta I square. Here, lambda is the regularization parameter that controls how much penalty is applied. Unlike lasso, which never reduces coefficients to zero, it shrinks them but retains all features. Lasso regression. Next, we have lasso regression, which uses L1 regularization. This technique not only prevents overfitting but also performs feature selection because it can shrink some coefficients to exactly zero. Its cost function is cost is equal to MSE plus lambda star summation mod of pi beta I. This is especially helpful when you suspect that many features might be irrelevant or redundant. Now imagine combining the best of both worlds. That's elastic regression for you. It's a hybrid of lasso and ridge. It helps in feature selection and handles multicollinearity between shrinking coefficients. The cost function is cost is equal to MSE plus lambda 1 star summation of beta I mod of beta I plus lambda 2 star summation of beta I square. Elasticness is powerful when you have a large number of features and expect some correlation between them. So why do we care about these techniques? Because when we train a linear regression model, especially with many features, we often run into overfitting. Regularization allows us to control complexity and improve generalization. We tune hyperparameters like lambda using cross-validation, which we'll talk about next. So why cross-validation? Cross-validation helps evaluate model performance on unseen data. Instead of relying on a single trained test plate, we validate the model using different portions of the dataset. This gives a more reliable performance estimate and helps us prevent overfitting to specific splits. Let us look at the 5 main types of cross-validation. Leave one out: cross-validation. One sample is the test set, rest is training. Repeats n times. High variance but low bias. Next is leave P out CV. It leaves P samples out each time. It is more flexible but computationally heavy. Next is K-fold cross-validation. The most common. Yet, the data is split into K equal parts. Each fold gets to the best test set ones. Then it is stratified K-fold. It is similar to K-fold but ensures class proportions are preserved. It is ideal for classification tasks. And last but not the least, time series cross-validation. This is used when data is sequential, and it ensures the model never trains on future data. Each of these serves different scenarios and data types. Now let us connect everything we've discussed into real-world workflow. The machine learning project lifecycle. Whether you are building a predictive app or analyzing user behavior, the most projects follows these core strategies. Step 1. Data collection. Everything starts with data collection. We gather data from various sources, databases, APIs, CSV files, or user inputs. Clean, reliable, and representative data is the foundation of every ML project. Next is exploratory data analysis. Once we have the data, we perform XPDA. Here, we analyze distributions, detect outliers, handle missing values, and understand relationships between variables. This step often shapes how we build our features and models. Next step is feature engineering. Feature engineering is where the magic happens. This includes feature scaling, encoding, handling missing data, and importantly, feature selection. This is where Lasso and ElasticNet can really help by selecting only most relevant features. Next step is model training. We apply techniques like linear regression, polynomial regression, and tune them using rich Lasso or ElasticNet. We evaluate performance using cross-validation and metrics like RMSE or R-square. The final step is web app and deployment. We build a web application to make the model usable. Using tools like Flask, Fast API, or Streamlit, we deploy our model and make it accessible by a user-friendly interface. Deployment to cloud platforms like Heroku, AWS, or Azure ensures scalability and availability. To wrap it all up, polynomial regression models are non-linear relationships. Rich Lasso and ElasticNet help stream regularization and feature selection. Cross-validation techniques improve model reliability. ML Project Lifecycle helps bring real-world structure to your work. I hope this session helped you gain clarity and confidence. If you found value in this, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and happy learning.